بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربنا زدنا علما. اللهم إنا نسألك الإخلاص والقبول وأن تنفعنا اللهم بما نقول. اللهم أمين وبعد. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Tajweed 101 course, simple step-by-step Tajweed course that enables you inshallah to learn how to read the Quran properly inshallah. Welcome, my name is Maghfirah and I am an online Quran teacher and you are watching Maghfirah 101, the place to learn and know and understand how to read the Quran properly inshallah. And today we're going to continue through our course, so let's start. Okay, we already did, alhamdulillah, from the last few videos, the relationship between the letters or the meeting of the two letters when we mentioned that the two letters which are coming after each other may be lots of probabilities. From these probabilities, these two letters are too close or too far or too identical or too alike, and we discuss all of these issues in the last few videos. And today we are going to learn more about لام التعريف al. So about لام التعريف, it is called لام التعريف because it is used to give the name or to give the noun the definite meaning or the definite article the, you know. So if we have, like, for example, جبال like this without the لام التعريف, okay, in this case, by the way, the لام التعريف is preceded by همزة الوصل and that's why it's called ألف لام التعريف. Okay, so it's alif and lam al-ta'rif. They are following each other. Hamzat al-wasl followed by lam al-ta'rif, and it gives the word the definite meaning, you know, the article definite meaning lam. So al-jibal, if it is without this alif and lam, it's become jibal, which is meaning a mountain, you know, a mountain. But if we give it an alif and lam, it means the mountain, you know. So it's called lam al-ta'rif. Ta'rif means the definition or the article definition lam. It is given to the word to give it the meaning of the definite. So it's a lam sukun. Arabs used to put it before names to make it definite, and this lam is preceded by hamzatul wasl. So this lam may be lam qamariya or lam shamsiya. So lam may be moon lam as the Arabs call it, and maybe sun lam as the Arabs as well call it. And the reason for this naming is because it is giving them the indication of the same way that they read al-qamar or ash-shams. So ash-shams, there is no lam pronounced, so they considered any lam which is not pronounced, which has an insertion with the next letter, as a lam shamsiya, the same as ash-shams. And the one which is, so they give the indication of ash-shams and al-qamar that it is the same way that they read al-qamar and ash-shams. So al-qamar, like, you know, the way of reading al-qamar, you can listen to al sound. So this is called lam qamariya. In this case, it's clarity. And ash-shams, there's no lam sound. So in this case, it is ash-shams insertion, complete insertion in this case. So no lam sound hearing. So ash-shams, no al-shams, like this. So lam qamariya, which is a clarity, the lam qamariya, the letters that coming after the lam are 14 letters, and ash-shams, lam shamsiya, the letters that coming after lam shamsiya, which leads the sound to be clear, is 14 letters as well. Let's look deeper into that. The first one is lam qamariya, which is the clarity happening. So these letters are a little far from the lam articulation point, and that's why the reason for this clarity is they are too far. Like ba, hamza, ha, ghain, jim, kaf, ha, waw, kha, fa, and ha, mim, and waw, and ya. And it is gathered together in a few words. It's called ibghi hajjaka wa khaf aqimahu. إبغي حجك وخف عقيمه. This is the 14 letters for the clarity that when these letters coming before lam, it leads them to have lam sukun and lam qamariya clarity like this. So al-a, if we have al-a, al-ba, al-gha, al-ha, al-ja, al-ka, al-wa, al-kha, al-fa, al-a, you see this lam, al-qa, al-ya, al-ma, al-ha. Okay, so these are the 14 letters for lam qamariya, and in this case the rule here is clarity. Okay, and this is the first thing, the same as al-jibal, al-qamar, al-arda, al-hajju, all of these lam, we have to pronounce it because the lam here is lam qamariya or moon lam, and it is clarity because of they are so far, the two articulation points are so far. So in this case, we have to read it as a clear lam. By the way, for lam qamariya, you will see a sukoon sign on top of the lam. Okay? So any lam we read it, you will see this sukoon on top of it. Otherwise, we are going to see another sign to let us know that this lam is lam shamsiyya. Okay? So this is concerning this part. And about the lam shamsiyya, it is the lam when it is followed by the letter of these, the beginning letter of this poem part. طب ثم صل روح من تفز ضف ذا نعم دع سوء ظن زر شريفا للكرم. If you find these parts is a little bit hard for you, you can just memorize the ابغي حجك وخف عقيمه, and the opposite for that is going to be lam shamsiyya. Okay, so in this case, when we have la lam with a ta, we are going to make al ta. We're not going to read al ta. No, you will find it hard for the tongue to move from lam to ta because both letters are from the tongue. So it is so hard to move from lam to ta. So that's why Arabs are used to make the lam as insertion, because the two articulation points are a little bit close, So al-ta, al-tha, al-sa, al-ra, al-ta, al-da, al-dha, al-na, al-da, al-sa. All of these letters. In this case, we are not listening to the lam sound, so it is very important not to make lam on the not to make lam sound sukoon on when reading these letters. Okay, so this is about the lam shamsiyya, and it's complete insertion. We have to merge reading it together. So insertion happened as they are close in the articulation point, okay, except for lam as it is considered as the two alike, two identical. So washamsa, as you see here, the sign for that, the sheen mushaddad, and no haraka on lam, no vowel on lam, means that there is no need to read the lam, and we're going to shift from waw directly to the sheen because hamzatul wasl, we will skip it as well because we did a letter before, and this is hamzatul wasl. Okay, so washams, and the word as-sama, as-sa, we have to give the sin mushaddad its time as well. So as-sa, like this. The same for ad-da', ad-da' or al-layl. Here this lam is considered as two alike or two identical because lam with lam, it is not going to be al-la. It's automatically, when you read al-la, it becomes, as a lam mushaddad. So this is the way of reading the lam with the sound of another lam. So in these letters it's called insertion because these two letters are a little bit close to each other, and that's why we have to make the insertion. Lam clarity indication, the mushaf is done by sukoon on top of the lam. Okay, otherwise on the insertion it's become lam insertion indication on the mushaf is done nothing on top of the lam, and the sheen has the shadda on its top. So by this, let's stop here, and that's all I have for you today for the rules of the lam qamariya and lam shamsiyya. Jazakumullahu khairan for watching. Catch you the next lesson inshallah bi'ibnillahi ta'ala. Subhanak Allahumma rabbana wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.